Hello everyone, it's me, Bones, your favourite love expert. I've got a couple new questions in recently, and pretty much the captain said I had to walk the plank if I don't respond. So, we're gonna respond. This is a disclaimer, I cannot be held responsible for bad advice that is followed.
Dear Bones, how do you make your first mate feel like the wonderful, amazing, beautiful person that you truly know them to be, day in and day out?
Little acts of kindness. It doesn't take big grand gestures, but romantic candlelit dinners at sea are wonderful. They also break the bank. And unless they want you away pirating all year round to afford such fancy frivolities, the little things are what go a long way. My favourite thing is when I've had a rough day, and the first thing that my partner does is give me a big hug when they walk in the door. It's just a simple action. It's an acknowledgement though of the hard day that I've had and the fact that they've got my back and are supporting me. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Dear Bones, every time me mother-in-law comes to visit, she takes it upon herself to rearrange the galley, my galley, the way she feels it should be. Short of making her walk the plank, which I would be fine with, but it would deeply upset me partner. How can I tell her that she should swab her own deck when she be bored?
Well, I always recommend in confrontational situations to make sure that you have your weapons secured. See, it's locked. I can't get to it no matter how mad somebody makes me. Once you know your weapon is secured, you take the scallywag in question, you clap them in irons, you shine a really bright light in their face, or take a candle and let the wax drip on them, that kind of burns a little, and they tend to go, ooh, 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 ooh. And you tell them, next time it'll be worse if you ever do it again. And if threatening is not the way that you like to handle your situations, I usually find allowing the first mate to make the declaration that the kitchen is an off-limit space is best. Coming from the person that they're related to, it tends to soften the blow. If you tell it to them, they could take it as you being confrontational or possessive, and no one needs their mother-in-law thinking that, because we all know they already do anyways. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Dear Bones, my best mate is jealous of my latest love. How do I keep them both?
'Tis a fine question, and it is one that has been asked for many, many years, with some successes and some failures. But what I would like to say is this. Love is love. There are different types of love. There is love for a child, love for family, love for friends, and then there is that romantical love where they bring you rum and roses and they kill people for you. The best thing that you can do is let your friend down easy and suggest that if they're uncomfortable being around your new love interest, that they come over for special dates, just you and them, to hang out like you've always done. It's not easy being in love. It's not easy loving friends, but it can be done, and it is beautiful when it's done well. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Hello, Bones. It's May again. So, a little while ago, I had a dalliance while we were on shore leave, and now I've got myself a little wee stowaway. And he's got himself a new harlot. So, my question is, how do I keep the crew from being a terrible influence on her? I can't be off pillaging, worrying if they're going to trick her into thinking she's a parrot, or giving her a tattoo, or what if someone who tries to make her a proper lady? Help?
You're raising her on a pirate ship. What do you expect? She's gonna be a little pirate. There's not much you can do unless you quit your job, and then if you quit your job, you're unemployed, and if you're unemployed, you don't got housing, and if you ain't got housing, then you can't buy food, and if you can't buy food, then you can't be the little nugget. You see the problem here? In the end, the best thing that you can do is to love your little nugget, to let them be who they truly are, and to support them in whatever adventures they decide to proceed and take. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Dear Bones, I haven't seen me mate in many, many months. How do I keep the lanterns of love burning bright after all this time apart?
Well, there's always the 3 R's of romance: roses, rum, and revenge. But if you're not wanting to go that crazy, communication. I feel like that's been my answer for a lot of these, to be honest. But it's something that I've learned is very important. You have to be able to communicate with your partner. You have to be able to tell them what makes you happy. You have to be able to tell them what makes you sad. You have to be able to have an open line. When you're having a rough day, let them know. When you're having a good day, let them know. Just a simple hello, a check-in, I'm thinking of you can change someone's day. So pick up your clamshell phone, give them a ring on it, or if you like to be more romantical, you can break out that quill and send an old-fashioned love letter. All of those are great ways to keep that love lantern burning. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Dear Bones, my love wishes for me to meet with his former crew. His parents. How do I ensure that they don't just keelhaul me at first sight?
Be yourself. Here's the thing. Your person has chosen you. They didn't choose the parents. They chose you. And what they think of you is always most important. They wouldn't be taking you to meet them if they didn't feel that you met the standards. But I understand being nervous. It can be awkward joining a new crew. Smile. Be gracious. Be kind. Be sure to take some type of treasure with you. It always makes a good impression when you hand that mum a giant chunk of gold. Or, a pretty bubbled ring, a bracelet. And for Dad, you can always stop by and pick up a dagger. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Dear Bones, me and my sweetie just started seeing each other officially. Any tips on coming up with a couple's name for us?
Don't do it! But if you must do it, let her pick it. Because trust me, if you pick it and she hates it, she will hold it against you until you're in Davy Jones's locker. Hugs and kisses, Bones.
Dear Bones, every time I try to speak to a new lass, I get all choked up and teary-eyed. What do you think that is?
Well choked up. You may just be a sensitive soul and the thought of love and romance just overwhelms you. Or you could be asking her about going out while you're cutting the onions in the galley, so don't do that. That'll definitely make you cry. Or perhaps she's packing mace?
Mace.
Best of luck, me friend. Hugs and kisses, Bones. And remember, if I can steer a ship, I can steer you to the right port of love. Hugs and kisses, Bones.